we gonna go ahead and move right on into our next topic. Why do people look so rich? Why do people look so rich? I personally, I just think like behind the mask. You do not know the things behind the mask. Yes, that person looks like they're on vacation having a great time, but they just worked 5 Saturdays in a row to afford to go on that vacation. Now you over there jealous because they out of the country living the life or having a good time while you're sitting at home. But you didn't know that they had to work 5 Saturdays of doing DoorDash to be able to be there. And you don't want to do the 5 weeks of DoorDash. Let's be real, especially on your Saturday. You didn't want to do that. So being jealous of people is for no reason. Let people do them and enjoy themselves. And usually, a lot of people, they're splurging on stuff that they can't just straight up afford. They might have spent money. They didn't spend their money. They got that credit card. They got that credit card, y'all. Swipe that credit card. Picked up a lot of debt. They paying 25% every month on that vacation that they just bought. But you jealous of them because you ain't doing that. You know, you over there trying to stay down. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Yeah, but why does everyone look so rich? We have a nice young lady here. She's going to explain to us some reasons that will hopefully help a lot of people to let us know that you are not behind. Everybody just seems like they have more than they actually have. So let's get at it.
After more than a decade immersed in finance, from a finance degree and an accountancy qualification to spending 9 years in banking, one of the best skills I learned was how to spot the true markers of wealth. So in this video, I wanted to share with you 6 eye-opening reasons why you might feel like you're always playing catch up with your finances. We'll dive into the truth behind that feeling and, most importantly, how to use that feeling to your advantage. Let's get into it. Number 1, you're making upward comparisons. There's upward comparisons where we look at people who seem to have more. They might have more money, a fancier car, a more luxurious lifestyle. And then there's downward comparison where we compare ourselves to people who appear less fortunate or successful. We as humans, and I admit to this too, find it so much easier and we're naturally wired to compare upwards. But here's the thing. A lot of what we see when we look up is just an illusion. And the financial more that looks so enticing is usually carefully curated. Many people use tools and structures that make their lives and finances look far more impressive than they really are. For instance, say you and a friend both decide to budget $500 a month for your cars. You choose to buy a decent mid-range car on a 5-year finance. By the end of those 5 years, you would have paid off the car and it's yours, valued at around $20,000. On the other hand, your friend leases a car for the same $500 a month. Their car looks much nicer, and for 36 months, they get to drive around a new shiny car. But once the lease is up, they've spent $18,000 and have to return the car with nothing to show for it. Same concept applies to credit card debt. In the UK, 38% of people carry credit card debt, and in the US, it's about 44%. Many of these people fall under the debt revolver category, meaning they only make the minimum payments on their credit card balances each month. The debt keeps rolling over month after month, making it a cycle that's hard to break as they continue spending. Debt is one way of creating a facade of wealth. It's easy to look at someone else's shiny new stuff and feel like they're ahead, but often it's actually an illusion of them living beyond their means. The comparisons that really matter are with those who look at investing for their future. Look at people who put their money into personal growth, education, skills. These investments might not be as flashy or visible, but they increase a person's future value and reduce their future obligations. It's a more grounded and fulfilling approach to personal finance. Number 2.
Hey, y'all. Upward comparisons. That's what you're doing. That's literally what I was just explaining. Your upward comparisons are your downfall. Stop comparing upwards, man. Compare to the people that's on your level right now. And you want to get to another level, though. You want to make sure you're getting to another level. Upward comparison, honestly, comparison at all it's ruining what you have anyway. I don't like to compare it to anyone. Like, no, I'm I'm not comparing my apples with your oranges. You know, I can't. An apple is different from an orange. I might not like that orange. You feel me? It's not going to happen. It's not going to, like, it's like I could have an apple. I don't like the skin of an apple. An orange, I don't like to peel an orange. Both of them, when you eat them though, they taste good. But come on, it's something about each side that ain't the best. So the comparison is the thief of your joy. Like it's killing it. It's killing everything that you have. So that comparison, it has to stop. And she gave two great examples. Like the car example. Yeah, they got a 5 car. They leasing it for 3 years. They got nothing from it other than the looks from it. It looks great. While you got a regular car and at the end of it, you know, you own it. You do all those things. Come on, man. But in both of those situations, that's an apple to an orange. That person might have strategic value, strategic play, a strategic plan that's set. That's why they're leasing. You know, while you have yours as well on this side, while you're doing what you're doing. Stop comparing, y'all. Just stop that joint altogether. I hate when people try to compare stuff. No, because what I got, I enjoy what I have. It's for me. It's for me. What you have, it's for you. Trust me, it's for you.
You don't know what you stand for. We compare ourselves more often when we don't know what we stand for. Although we're talking about finances, this applies to every aspect of your life. If you're constantly focused on what other people have, what they're doing, you're always going to feel like you're falling behind. And I'll give you an example. When I was about to quit my job, at the time, all of my closest friends were climbing up the corporate ladder, getting promoted, or pushing for middle management roles. A lot of them were buying their forever homes as they were stepping into the next chapter of their lives, whereas I was taking a huge step back. I decided to completely change what I was doing to study, learn, grow in a completely different direction. And although part of me was really scared, I didn't feel at all like I was missing out. I knew that the direction I was going in was going to make me so much happier. And in hindsight, I was 100% right. Because now I get to do this every day. Whereas in a parallel world, had I let that comparison control me and not known what I truly value and what matters to me, I'd be in a completely different place, far less fulfilling for me. When it comes to your finances, knowing what you stand for and forming your own perspective is unbelievably important, because if you don't align your spending with what truly makes you happy, you're always going to feel like you're lagging behind. You might find that you have joy in getting the latest upgrades or design clothes, and that's perfectly fine. Or like me, you might find more value in experiences like travel, investing in learning, starting a business. I might not have the newest phone or the trendiest wardrobe, but I'm content because my spending reflects what matters to me. And that doesn't mean I'm locked into these choices forever. I can always change my mind and realign with new values. You might not have everything that your peers do, but you'll have what you genuinely value, and that's far more fulfilling.
You need to worry about yourself is what I just heard for her. Because what you have for you is for you, while other people, it's for them. I love that she used an example of like career, because you will see your friends moving up into different positions. They'll be making more money. They'll be, grinding harder. They might have something that they're not doing as much. But like she said, for her, if she would have sat there and been worried about what everyone else was doing, she wouldn't have found what she wanted to do. Oh, they the manager now. Like, gosh, Lee. And I'm just now going to school. Gosh, Lee. I don't think I need to be going to school because they're so far. Stop worrying about what other people are doing, and what do you want? What do you want with your life? What do you want to do with you is literally the thing. If you want to go back to school so that you can be happier in the job that you're doing or going after another career, that's what you need to do. Don't be worried about what other people got going on. Don't worry about it. Literally, it do what you need to do first. And also, like she said, I like how she hit it with the financial part as well. There are things that I enjoy that other people don't enjoy. Like for me, I went and got me a car. Somebody might go and get them a house. Our need and necessities totally different. Totally different. I don't need a house right now. I have a perfectly fine house that I stay at. It's a family home. I'm not paying a lot in rent. I'm not paying a lot on the mortgage. I'm not paying a lot in utilities. None of that. So while I might go say, okay, let me go get a nice car. Somebody else, they might have a car that gets them from point A to B. They're good. Their car works. Okay, but they need a home to live in. So now they would go and get a home. If I'm over here with my car jealous at a person because they got their home, I need to worry about what's important to me. Like, that is the biggest thing. Like, worry about what is important to you. Gosh.
Number 3, you aren't learning. This concept is my favorite on the list because transforming how I compare myself to others has been life-changing. Instead of letting the question, why does this person make more money, bring me down, I ask, how are they achieving this? This shift turns envy into curiosity and growth. We often think others have it all figured out, especially when they seem wealthier or more successful. And it's easy to believe that they're just lucky or they have advantages that we don't. For years, I was skeptical about people making money online. I couldn't see how it was possible to make a living from it. But my perspective completely changed when I started learning and actually speaking to these same people. I learned they weren't just creating content. They were building brands, connecting deeply with their audience, diversifying their income streams. They were thinking outside the box in ways that I had never considered. And this is something that comparison can only offer when viewed through the lens of learning and growth. And the same goes through investing. When I talk about investing or an 8% return, a lot of the comments are like, how do you get an 8% return? No bank is paying 8% interest at the moment. You're right, it's not. But I'm not talking about keeping your money in a bank account. The S&P 500 has returned on average over 10% over the last 100 years. Across any 20-year holding period, the annual return has always been at least 4%, apart from during the worst market crash in history. And in 79% of the time, the annual return was 8% or more. And in 59% of instances, that annual return was 10% or more. When you just take some time to learn about what someone else is saying and where it's coming from, and understand how they're getting there, your perspective and your growth trajectory completely changes. By the way, if you do want to feel less stressed and more confident with your finances than ever before, I'm hosting a completely free masterclass. We cover where you need.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That last one was some heat. She just put folks on some game right there. I think that last one was some heat. While you scrolling through Instagram and Twitter and you see that person traveling every so-and-so to this place, that place, instead of hating, ask them, hey, yo, what you do? How you able to travel all the time? Man, I see you here and there. You everywhere. What you be doing? What you be doing? Man, I seen you with that scat pack. What you doing? In Atlanta, you might not want to ask them that. They gonna tell you, man, I be scamming. In Atlanta, you already know what they doing. You ask them for something, man, I seen you with that scat, that Hellcat. What you doing? He gonna tell you, man, I'm a scammer. That's how you get what I got. But nah, for real though, asking people, it definitely, help out. Hey, bro, I just seen you got a raise at your job. Or you just got a promotion. But how that work out? What you do? Oh, okay. That could help me out. Instead of being jealous of the person who got a raise at your job, hey bro, you just got a raise. How you get that? What you have to do to get a raise? Because I'm looking to get a raise too. So I just need to know what's expected. Instead of having envy and hate towards people, just asking them for advice or help on how to make that situation happen for you, that's 10 times better. That's way better than being negative, I feel like. I would love, if I know somebody right now on my group, in my job, they get a raise, like a major raise. Yo, what you do? I'm trying to do exactly what you did, because I want that raise too. And shoot, I might find out that, never mind, I don't want to do what you did to get that raise. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Who knows? But that was a learn instead of hate. I need to start using that. Man, they done got the newest clothes. They got the fire shoes. Bro, how you always got them fire shoes? What you do to get that? Like I said, in Atlanta though, they'll tell you, man, I worked at Foot Locker, and that's why I got the shoes. That might not be what I want. Well, they gonna tell you they a scammer. Scamming, get you that money. Telling you, in Atlanta for sure.
Forgetting the trade-offs. Have you ever looked at someone else's success and thought, wow, they really have it all? I know I have, and it's so easy to see someone thriving and assume they've got everything perfectly sorted out. But we often don't see the personal sacrifices they've made to get there, or the ones that they're still making to keep it all together. We miss the late nights, the missed family moments, the doubts they've had to overcome. Take spending habits as an example. You might see someone jetting off to an exotic location and wonder, how can they afford that? What you don't see are the sacrifices they're making elsewhere to be able to afford that. Perhaps they live in a modest home, they drive an older car, they skip out on new clothes because traveling is the thing that brings them joy. When you get to know people better, or you look at their lives holistically, you often realize that their sacrifices might not be the ones that you'd want to make. Understanding this helps you stop comparing your best moments to theirs because you recognize that their struggles might be incomparable to your own. Number 5.
Hey, I told y'all. She hitting this marks 100%. I've been told y'all. Some of the things that people do to get what they want, you're not willing to do. Let's be real. That's just it. It's not even that. Sometimes the grass is not greener over there like you think it is. It just isn't. Like she said, they're sacrificing in other places in life. I know some person, they may travel. Traveling is a part of their rich lifestyle. While going out to eat with their friends, going to brunch in Atlanta is not their lifestyle. So you're not going to see them going out to brunch. While you might enjoy going out to brunch every weekend. So instead of saving up for a vacation, you going to brunch. Are you willing to sacrifice your brunch time with your friends? Doing your hookah, doing your hot girl, hot boy in the streets, are you willing to sacrifice that to go on vacation like the other person? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. You don't know what them struggles is on the other side. I'm telling y'all, it is struggles on the other side.
If you're following the wrong sea, when it feels like everyone around you is more successful or has more money, it's easy to fall into a trap of competition. But collaboration can take you so much further than competition ever will. I've been working on something, a personal project, for about 4 months now, and I had almost finished it when a friend told me about a similar project that she had just seen launched online. When I checked it out, my heart sank. I felt deflated, thinking I had spent all this time and now I have to compete with someone else who has already done it and launched and had elements of it that were better than mine and I couldn't replicate. I could have just treated this as competition, but instead I emailed the founder, told him what I do, gave him a high-level overview of my idea and how I think we could collaborate. And now we're working on a new product that combines both of our ideas and execution in one. And this really taught me that collaboration can open doors you never knew existed. Many people are willing to let their guard down if you approach them with a genuine interest and a collaborative spirit. It often just takes one person to break the ice and to set aside the ego and the pride. And the other person usually responds in the same way, realizing that you're not out to compete, but to build something better together. Number 6.
Collaboration over competition. That's it. I like that one too. That's the same one to me as her other hard-hitting one, but I feel that. Sometimes it comes from a spirit of competition. Like, oh no, I have to be doing better than them. When in reality, you don't have to be doing better than them. Y'all could collab. And I see this all the time, like in the YouTube space. Y'all know I got a podcast, Hartfelt Conversations, every Thursday live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know y'all tap into that. It's a lot of other people who have podcasts, y'all. And I can look at their podcast to be doing better. I can look at their podcast to be doing worse. it doesn't matter. But in the long run, I want their podcast to do better, because who knows what we could do in the future. Who knows what collaborations we could have in the future that would honestly rock the world. It'll rock everything. So I want you to do good. Yes, I do. I want you to, in the spirit of collaboration. There's no competition out here. It's plenty out here for everybody. Plenty. So let's collab and let's get this money together. Like let's do it together instead of having competition tearing each other down. Let's be real.
You haven't focused on you for a while. When was the last time you truly looked at your spending and asked if it makes you happy? It's easy to get caught up in tracking budgets and controlling expenses, especially if you've been following my videos. You're clearly dedicated to getting your finances on order. But in the process, you might have forgotten to spend on the things that bring you joy. Part of the journey in getting your finances together is also about enjoying the fruits of your labor. When you make room for spending on what genuinely makes you happy, you start to appreciate your financial decisions more. And when you're building your own financial confidence and you're so focused on your own path, you won't have time to envy other people or even compare to other people. So this weekend, take a moment for yourself. Treat yourself to something that brings you happiness, whether it's a nice meal, indulging in a hobby that you love, a small treat, or even sitting down to thoughtfully track your expenses for the month. Let it be something that enriches your life. This way you'll find more joy in your own journey and less need to compare yourself to others. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful.
Yeah, she did the thing with this video, y'all. She did the thing with that video. That video was honestly A1. That's a Steve promoted video. I like how on the last thumbnail, she spoke to, I would say that's the audience, that, you know, the people who they're on their financial journey, they're doing all the right things. And this is also a reason why I like Ramit. She spoke on the, you know, you're so focused on thinking that you're doing the right thing that you're upset with other people for doing what they're doing. You think they're so far, you're getting jealous of what they're doing because you're not enjoying what you're doing. Let's be real. I personally don't want to live the frugal lifestyle. I want to live a rich lifestyle that's for Steve. Shout out Ramit. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be out here like, nah, I can't do that. And it's something that I want to do. I'm willing to throw the things away that I don't care about, you know, for the things that I do. But as being somebody in this community, when you get in, it's like, all right, I'm cutting out everything. This is the Dave Ramsey method as well, y'all. I'm cutting out everything to reach my financial goals. There will be no fun. There's nothing enjoyable about life. I need to eat rice and beans and rice until I get myself perfect financially. I have to be perfect financially. And that's why that's why you're hating on people. That's why you can't understand why they going on vacation enjoying themselves while you're over here trying to do what you do. That just is what it is. So she spoke to the people. You have to enjoy a little bit of your money along the way, because the journey is what matters. You know, if the journey ain't really helping you, you know, you're not enjoying the process of the journey that it's taking you. It's not always going to be peaches and roses now, but the journey has to be taking you somewhere, and you need to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it, y'all. Yeah, she was on point. She was on point. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment